conference rival Colorado.
College football Saturday. Cheering across the town. Touchdown Tigers. Laying down the law now. We'll score a touchdown. And the crowd goes wild. The boys having their fun.
Look at that speed.
The game ain't over till the dirty job is done and won. Born to play. Get busy. Take it to the house. Gonna get the job done. The past isn't what they're, so we'll get them with the run.
An action-packed Big 12 North Division critical matchup. Missouri fights to keep its BCS hopes alive. Next.
From Columbia, and Dan Hawkins and his squad coming off a win where they held on to a 1-point lead, Gary, and it's rare in college football land. In this day and age, with all the points they're putting up on the board, a 14-13 win is like a dinosaur now.
We haven't seen one of those in a long time.
Yeah, and they held on to it for 26 minutes, the last 26 minutes of the game. So now in his third season, and bringing his program back to Big 12 North prominence. And they have an opportunity to get to the 500 mark in conference play with 4-3 overall coming in, but they've got to slow down. The young man back deep for Gary Finkel, and they're going to keep it away from Maclin. The up man with great return yardage and bringing it back, John Gissinger, the tight end. And the big guy didn't expect that, but that's how much respect they have for Jeremy Maclin.
Well, when they do that to give up great field position, they're going to be starting here just right there, almost the 45-yard line.
So the Missouri Tigers led by a quarterback that ranks among the top 5 in so many categories and one of the leaders in the nation. In passing, total offense, Chase Daniel. The wide splits, not as wide as Texas Tech. And all of a sudden, an empty backfield as they slip it out to Maclin. Little slip screen to the wide receiver across the midfield stripe. And he's got 6, almost 7 yards. Our Liberty Mutual starting lineup for the Missouri Tigers. And can they give him enough protection? Anchored by just a sophomore in the middle, Tim Barnes, young man from Marshall, Missouri. Well, Maclin is the story, averaging close to 100 yards a game in receiving, but he's not even the top one among the Tigers. It's Chase Kaufman who leads them in yardage per game. And there's Big Chase, 6th best in the nation among all receivers in receptions. Tops among BCS tight ends. And what a solid individual. The senior from Peculiar, Missouri. Well, you see the 5-3 announced, Gary. 2 of them came to start last week's game. Bad timing.
Well,
they
didn't get a great start in that football game. And I think that's something Chase Daniel would like to get out of his memory and like to go out here and play very well early. I think that's important for Missouri. It's homecoming. They like to play at a high level very soon.
Short field down the middle, wide open inside the 5, Maclin. It'll be first and goal outside of the 2. It is over now. The #1 team in the nation has just defeated Oklahoma State at home. Texas 28, Oklahoma State 24.
Well, this is a great start here for Jeremy Maclin with football in the seam there between the safeties, and nice throw there, almost an early touchdown for Maclin.
Derek Washington looking for his 15th touchdown of the year, and he's in. His 13th on the ground, and just like that, another drive of less than 2 minutes for the Missouri Tigers.
And it can happen quick. They can throw it a lot of different ways, but they utilize Maclin and big tight end Chase Kaufman here in this drive and get the little pay dirt action there by Washington, something he's been able to do all season for this Missouri football team. So I know this is the drive that Chase Daniel would like to start this football game against Colorado. No, Joe, the team that wins this football game is going to be right atop the North standing, so this is a critical game for both teams.
Jeff Wolford for the extra point. And Missouri, 13:51 left in the first 15, already on top of Colorado. Is it going to be one of those for the Tigers? They hope so after what happened over the last 2 Saturdays. Good running back as a quarterback, and a low snap, and he just pounces on it before the linebacker can get there. Luke Lambert for the Tigers. Not exactly what they wanted to begin with.
No, you got a quarterback back there, a freshman. He's got to get his first snap, and that's the most important thing, get that football. But that one slips away from him. Going to try to do a little zone read there with Rodney Stewart. But Hanson's got to get in his game and get settled down, Joel. You see his numbers right there, just the 11th true freshman to play quarterback.
He's only the 5th with Colorado on the road. It's Stewart, and he spins right into the other backer, Brock Christopher. So Rodney Stewart brought down after no gain on the carry. And defensively, Ziggy Hood kind of anchors things underneath for the Missouri Tigers. A 3-year starter for the Tigers. We've already talked about the backers. That's what it sets up for. Witherspoon, one of the leaders in the Big 12, and tackles behind the line. And can the secondary get it done? They have been victimized too often over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, they've given up some big plays, and I know they want to keep things in front of them. Colorado not the best passing team in the Big 12, that's for sure. Probably going to be doing a lot more running the football, but some play action as well.
Problems. They almost rip it away from behind. Coming up with the sacks, Striker Shulak, the defensive end out of Rockdale, Texas.
Great job by Shulak coming off the edge on the near sideline here, and he's able to get around the offensive tackle there and just get it right back to the quarterback. Just watch him come around the outside, and good job of penetration. The quarterback just tried to be elusive and get up there, get inside of that, but couldn't get out of Shulak's hands.
Thought he was going to take it away from the quarterback. The way he came in on the blind side. DeLallo to punt it away to Maclin. Maclin had a couple of returns for scores, and it's bobbled by DeLallo. Now can he even get it away? No, and he's dropped all the way back inside the 5. What a disaster. Coming up with a big play, it's Brian Coulter.
Now 2 mishandled snaps, one on a quarterback center exchange, toss him, get the football back there for Hanson, and now the punter DeLallo can't pull this one in. You've got to catch the football. You're at your own 5-yard line, and this just gives Missouri extra short field here at the 5-yard line. These are just mistakes you can't make early in a football game.
So Missouri brings Daniel back out. The number 15 team of the nation goes empty. And now they bring Washington into the backfield, weaves his way up the middle, and they bring him down just short of the goal line inside the 1. So Missouri could not ask for a more perfect scenario to start homecoming.
It's called tee it up. You know, how do you want this? You want it on the 5? You want it on the 45? You
really?
Pick. And a couple opportunities now with Chase Daniel to orchestrate these things, making it pretty easy on him to start this ball game.
Washington again, gap over to the left. Can't get there, though. They shut him down. It was Ryan Walters getting him high. He slowed him down the defensive front low, so it's going to be 3rd and goal at the 1. And it would be a major accomplishment as Brandon Nicholas was on the low side there if they could stop him and hold him to 3.
I'm talking to Ron Collins, the defensive coordinator for Colorado. But the thing he told us is we wanted to make this team earn things, and really it's not been earned. They've just taken advantage of great field position and opportunities here. This is a chance to put a second score on the board.
Pop pass over the middle. What a grab by Kaufman. Chase Kaufman with the catch. No signal yet.
I don't think there's much doubt. This is a great catch and a way to pull this ball down.
Touchdown, Missouri.
Chase Kaufman just releasing. Watch the one hand goes up. He goes up the tower and pulls it down one hand. He's done that all year long, Joel, for this Missouri Tiger football team. They call it the magician out there. This is a very magical catch. Good job by quarterback tossing it out there. And that's a nice chemistry you have between Chase Daniel and Chase Kaufman.
He is already the all-time receiving leader in Missouri history, as the extra point by Wolford is good. First time they had it at the 43. Next time at the Colorado 5, and now at the 45 of the Tigers.
That's good real estate.
It's almost plus territory. Nothing there, but boy, Washington didn't quit on the play, did he? Be your own blocker. Lowered his shoulder, and he got 8 when it looked like maybe 2 or 3 to the 47 of Colorado.
Well, excellent job of running there. Washington lowering his head and being powerful. What you want to do, you want to do that, take on the linebacker smart. He can't make that initial tackle and just runs through and gets into the second level of the defense. Good job of running there. Jaleel Brown having to make the stop.
He leads the country in scoring. He's already got a touchdown, but he leads the country averaging 12 points a game. On the play fake, Daniel in trouble, and he won't get the first down. He's right back to the original line, so I don't believe it's going to be a sack either. Maybe. As they put it, yes, maybe a yard back, so a sack for the Buffaloes. And backer Brad Jones.
Take a look at this defensive front here. George Hippolyte and Nicholas, pretty good tackles up there.
Real good underneath.
Yeah, saw Brad Jones make that sack there on Chase Daniel. He's an active linebacker, and this secondary is going to be tested. We know that.
Daniel needs about 3, and underneath, nobody accounted for Jeremy Maclin. He slips free. He's got a first down just shy of the 40 of Colorado. So you would think they'd have Velcro on Maclin. And the keys coming in for the Tigers.
Well, really, just to start fast, I think high-octane start, which is exactly what we're seeing. Great field position. Then defensively, we know that Colorado's probably going to run the ball, so control the edge of the defense in the run game, and that means Tyler Hansen on the edge.
Moving it one way. Tough grab, still made, though. Not a good throw. It was Kaufman. He gets everything in the neighborhood, doesn't he?
You know, you just throw it out there and Chase Kaufman's going to catch it. If it's around his frame, around his body, you can expect that he's going to get that ball somehow, some way.
His dad was a walk-on at Kansas State, had a real nice career in the NFL with the Chiefs, the Packers, 3-time Pro Bowler. That's pretty solid. And now enjoying the exploits of his son as Washington's got a little lane on the outside, but it closes in a hurry. They bring Washington into the backfield in motion. Daniel needs a half dozen. Plenty of time again. Maclin, first down. That's the 4th grab of the game already for Maclin for better than 60 yards, as he's got it inside the 29.
Well, it's kind of a mismatch out there. You've got to respect his speed. Now, he's a 4-3 receiver, Joel, and when you line up in front of him as a defensive player, you got to realize that he might take it down the field anytime. Just a lot of cushion there. A good stop and catch for Jeremy Maclin to get the first down.
Daniel, empty backfield, 5 in the receiver score, and it's Maclin again in the short one. It's all about matchups, Gary, when you face Mizzou. And it's similar to a basketball matchup. Out of the backfield, it's Daniel on the play fake, and he's got a first down. Boy, he used Jimmy Jackson very efficiently.
No doubt about that. And, you know, Chase Daniel doesn't run a lot, but he does it just enough to keep the run game honest here for the quarterback, and that's what you have to have when you have a spread offense. You know, if you're one-dimensional, not able to run the football, you have to make some changes. Colorado changed their quarterback. Cody Hawkins not playing. Tyler Hansen getting the start because he does give that dual threat opportunity. Cody much more of just a passer in that offense. So that's a great job by Chase Daniels changing things up to run the football.
Taking what they give him. And he's got a nice short gain going out to his wide receiver. It's complete over on the far side, and that's Tommy Saunders wearing number 25, the number of the late Aaron O'Neill, a former Missouri Tiger who in 2005 perished during preseason drill, summer workouts, conditioning program, and every game it's been somebody else, whether it's Chase Daniels just a couple of weeks ago, and it's Tommy Saunders today. So a real nice touch as Washington alters his movement. And boy, talk about stopping on a dime. Dykes gets it, but it's a 1st and goal down to the 5. Good move by Washington.
Yeah, maybe Washington dinged a little bit here. See the versatility of Washington. Comes inside, going to run it around. Watch the big guys come around, and Washington finds his way up to the outside and just right into the ground. Daniel Dykes getting on top of him. And take a look at what Dave Christensen, the offensive coordinator, is doing here with this Missouri football team, showing the versatility, getting different players the football in their hands, and utilizing all the weapons at Chase Daniel's disposal.
It's Jimmy Jackson banging his way to the 4, and that's it. Underneath, nothing there. It was Kaufman. Down to the 3. And he's popped pretty well by Jeff Smart.
Yeah, that's good defense there by the Buffaloes, coming downhill and making a pretty good stop there on a big tight end, coming inside on the little screen, trying to get him up the field, and Smart, the linebacker, making a good open field tackle.
And Missouri making sure they can't change personnel. Not necessarily going hurry up, but just getting up to the line. Empty backfield for Daniel. And calling the play, checking off at the line. 3rd and goal. Again, time, corner of the end zone, touchdown, Jeremy Maclin.
Well, a nice confident throw here by Chase Daniel. Watch him place this ball low and outside. Only one going to catch that football is number 9, who's outside the defense on the edge. And those two have hooked up numerous times over the last couple of seasons. It's been fun to watch. And just a tremendous athlete Jeremy Maclin is, and pretty heady quarterback from Chase Daniel.
Wolford Another extra point for Mizzou. That's not fair when you're doing it against a backer. That was B.J. Beatty, who was trying to close a little bit and take away that angle on the pass. Jimmy Jackson to the backfield on this set with Chase Daniel. Jared Perry checking in for one of the first times as well. And they'll give it off. Little end around from Maclin. Nothing available though on the outside. Short gain, about 3, maybe 4 at the most. So they shut it off Brown over there. Did a good job.
Just get the ball in his hands. That's what Chase Daniel likes to do, and throw it to him, toss it to him, hand it off to him, let Jeremy Maclin make some plays. And didn't seem like a whole lot, but got 4 good yards on first down.
Yeah, and can you get him enough touches is the key.
It's hard. You know, you just want him to take the ball so much. He's a very talented player, can take one to make a touchdown anytime.
Pocket washes him down, and Daniel has time, and he's got a first down. Out on the far side, he goes to the tailback, just sat on the sideline waiting, Jimmy Jackson, senior for Ruthersville, Missouri.
Well, when you rush 4 against Chase Daniel and nobody gets home, what I mean by that, you don't really get constant pressure on the quarterback that he's going to be able to just see and survey. You take a look at the field and you see they're going to drop 8 in the coverage. If you hold it right there, you see Chase Daniel back there at the back. And all this, he sees this right now, and he's able to survey, get out the pocket, get outside the pocket, and find the open receiver. And just an easy job for him to orchestrate where the football goes.
That's the problem when you're giving up to Derek Washington. Daniel can do his damage, but you're also giving up better than 4 or 5 yards on first down, no matter who's touching the football. And that was Derek Washington for just about 5.
Plays are all called from the sideline here. Dave Christensen, the offensive coordinator, in the booth and signaling down, and these players will check to the near sideline for the play.
Empty backfield again for Daniel. Man, way over the head of Maclin. And they're lucky because that easily could have been a busted play going the other way, because it was read well. Chappelle Brown on top of the situation.
You know, this field, I walked out on the field today, Joel, and it's actually got a little bit of a crown to it. A lot of fields don't have much of a crown, but this one has a little bit of one. And even though it isn't turf field here in Missouri, it's got a little bit of an edge. It actually ball goes downhill to both sides, so
it can sail.
Sometimes it can sail on you. I think that happened to Chase that time.
Everything's kind of old-fashioned around here, isn't it? Not much has changed in this ballpark. Movement up front. Flags on the play on a false start on Missouri. 15 for -7 for Colorado. That's how bad it's been. Going back and coming back, it's Washington. Well, Daniel knew where he had to go, but the key is Washington went past the marker. And then when he did come back, area enough still.
Well, that's a pretty good catch there. Only rushing 3, though. Colorado rushed 3 on Chase Daniel. Still not enough to defend the throw here. No pressure on the quarterback, but a nice throw. This is a nice grab here by Washington. Comes back for it, as you talked about, Joel, and goes up and catches that ball at its highest point.
So a first down for the Tigers on 3rd and long. Double pass. It was thrown behind Kaufman, and it won't get there, by the way. Getting in for Colorado, and did he get a piece of it, Ryan Walters?
Yeah, Ryan did.
He looked like he tipped it.
And he tipped the ball. Chase trying to throw the football. Chase Kaufman, that is, not Chase Daniel. So you got the one Chase throwing to the other. So one of the Chases trying to get something happening down the field. Daniel tossed it back to Kaufman. Kaufman's going to get a chance to throw. Look at that height. Look at that vertical by Walters. That's pretty impressive.
Okay, he's above the rim.
He's definitely above the rim. See an open receiver down here, no doubt about that.
Just about 4 minutes gone in the second quarter. And Daniel will bring Washington into the backfield. Double, yep, it's a reverse. And look at Maclin. Making a miss. Close to a first down. He's got about 9 to the 43. Boy, rhythm play. Smart got to him.
Well, everybody plays. It's a team concept. Watch number 10 here. He's the quarterback. He's the guy coming around. He got big defensive lineman out there. You're going to try to make something happen on that. And did a pretty good job of blocking out George Hippolyte, the defensive tackle.
Washington's going to come back out there. He headed over to the sideline, but it's 3rd and short. 3rd and a little more than a yard. Mizzou on their 3rd downs. 5 of 5. Daniel on the edge with Kaufman, and Chase has it. Chase to Chase. Inside the 40. A first down for the Tigers once again.
Well, the play fake is what's really good here for Chase Daniel on this play. Good job of just hiding the football and then finding his big tight end after the play fake. Even though he's got a defender, watch here at the end of the play, the defender's going to come right on him. And hey, a little scary there. See a big defensive lineman coming at you, but he throws that football well.
Short side option. And good grab by the running back who just came into the game, Devon Moore, who was like a hot potato. And let's also remind everybody, after that catch by Chase Kaufman, that is a new NCAA record for receptions by a tight end. And they still have a ton of games.
11 and 12 catches per game the last couple of weeks with Chase Kaufman, and on fire again tonight.
Try it again. Moore shut down. Redshirt freshman out of Hazelwood Central High School in St. Louis. It'll bring up 3rd and short for the Tigers as we head down to Emily Jones. Emily?
Well, guys, as we talked to Gary Pinkel yesterday, he talked about the need to get the ball in the hands of Jeremy Maclin. He said, we've already seen what lengths other teams go to keep the ball out of his hands. But he said on offense, they'll run any kind of trick plays, whether it be end arounds or double passes, anything like that, to get the ball in Jeremy Maclin's hands. And as far as special teams is concerned, they said they are not above sending him up to field it short if they should kick it short. But as we saw today, they may even just kick it out of bounds to keep it out of his hands.
That's our Jack in the Box sideline report with Emily Jones. Gary on cue. Maclin again.
No doubt about it. Right up there, quick, easy throw. He's got so much speed, the defense has to acknowledge that, and he can stop those short out routes, and Chase Daniel's going to hit him time again.
Bolting through Derek Washington. Good burst. Close to the 20. Well, Chase Daniel, by the way, is 17 of 19 for 146.
What you see here with this Missouri offense, Joel, is what they did over the first 5 weeks of the season, and that's balanced offense. You keep the defense on its heels, keep them guessing. You don't know if it's going to be an end around. They're going to run the football, short pass, throw it down the field as they did early in the football game. So right now, everything going the way of Missouri Tigers offensively. Dave Christensen calling a pretty clean ball game here.
Flag from the back judge. And let's see what that's all about. Illegal participation. They've got it 1st and 10 to the 14. Daniel too much time and threw for the back shoulder. That's where he had to go. Otherwise, it was going to be picked off going for Jeremy Maclin.
And Maclin would have had to stop that route and turn around and get it to the back shoulder, as you talked about. Probably the only way that he's going to catch this football, because he's covered out there. Run a little wheel route here, and you got a linebacker there on the outside trying to make the play on him. Jay Beatty not able to, not getting the football, but definitely there to possibly make the tackle if Maclin were to catch the football.
On 2nd and 10, Washington making a miss. Running out of racing room, though, inside the 10. Good day for the Breeders' Cup at Santa Anita, speaking of racing room. And it's going to be a gain of about 4. 3rd and 6 from the 10. Ryan Walters over there.
Walking, trying to get to the outside, and Washington making a miss here inside. And
the 3rd and a little more than 6. Missouri started this drive back at their own 14. It's a long drive time-wise by their standards. Washington on the play fake. Touchdown, Tommy Saunders. Frozen with that little play fake.
Well, wearing number 25 tonight. Tommy Saunders gets a little catch here. Toss from his quarterback into the end zone. Good timing inside. Excellent protection, and it's all Missouri right now.
Wolford in for the point after. So almost as one-sided as any game Missouri has had so far this early this year. 8:10 still left in the half. The Tigers on top of the Buffaloes now by 4 touchdowns. Number 43 is down Buffaloes. Keep coming, and it's spiked away. Ball is free. It was Shulock who did it. Now who covers it? Missouri says they have it. Wrestling match continues at the midfield stripe.
That's just a great speed rush that time by Shulock on the outside.
Missouri's football. From bad to worse for the Colorado Buffaloes.
And watch the top of your screen here on the right side. You're going to get around the offensive tackle, Nate Solder, and just that right hand on the arm of the quarterback, and the ball goes away. 38 Shulock definitely gets the football out of there, and didn't see who's going to get credit for the fumble recovery, but excellent job there of a pass rush and good turnover.
Brock Christopher is a very good wrestler.
got that one out of there, you think, huh?
He did. Rock Christopher on the cover. So they turn it over again, and don't forget in the first series for Colorado, it was fumbled away by the punter. And he gave Missouri the ball at the 5 of the Buffaloes. So now Missouri's got it at the 50. Can't keep making mistakes. It's Tommy Saunders for another first down. Well, the way they spread the field, they just sit and hide, don't they?
Well, they spread it out, and what the defense is doing is they're just dropping back into zone coverage, and the quarterback, Chase Daniels, just surveying the defense here. You got 4 rushers. You see them and do zone coverage, and you take the uncovered guy and throw it to him. It's pretty simple, and you got a savvy senior quarterback who's been in this offense since high school.
It's a first down from the 38. Washington trying to turn it on. He accelerates inside the 35, down to about the 31. At home with offense tonight. Missouri 28-0. And it's Chase Kaufman, the patented hurdle. They love it by the record breaker. He goes inside the 20. That's a trademark now of his, down to the 17.
It really is a trademark, and the big hurdler, you call him here. Chase Kaufman gets his ball on the outside. And he knows the defensive backs are going to go low, and guess what? I'm going up and over. No problem there. Good vertical, goes over Jaleel Brown, who's trying to make the tackle, and gets a few extra yards.
First down for the Tigers, the 17 of the Buffs. Again, underneath is Washington. He hangs on to the 11.
We talked with defense coordinator Ron Collins for Colorado and asked him, say, you got the 5 guys deployed out there, all 5 guys that can make plays for this Missouri offense. Where do you start to defend him? And he kind of throws his hands up in the air, watching this team and watching them over the first early part of the season, how well they operated. He said, I lost a lot of sleep.
On 2nd and 4, Derek Washington, big lane up the middle, dragging tacklers down inside the 5. First and goal at the 3. Second of the drive, a guy that's 5'11", 225.
Well, it all starts up front, Joe, and you got the offensive line doing a good job blocking for Derek Washington. You see the big guys moving the white shirts out of the way, and that's what you want. You want your offensive line to turn the switch on when you want to run the football, be able to get good run blocking for Washington and company, and they've done a great job protecting the quarterback tonight in the passing game.
He heads over to the sideline as Jimmy Jackson takes over, but he's in the slot, coming into the backfield in motion. Jackson won't get out of the backfield this time. Chased down by Sean Moeller. So they get the big play, and they desperately needed it. Now, can they put a couple together? It's the Colorado Buffaloes.
That's what you'd like to have defensively. It'd be a chance to get the ball back in your hands, get a strip, get a turnover here perhaps, and this is good pressure inside, and Jackson has nowhere to go.
A junior from Newport Beach, California, making the play for Colorado. It'll be 2nd and goal for Mizzou at the 9. And by their standards, almost a tight formation with just 2 to each side. On the play fake, corner of the end zone, Maclin jump ball in and out of his hands.
A late hand in there by Chappelle Brown, the cornerback who's got Maclin in coverage, and his left hand, I think, pulled that ball away, Joel. You'll see at the end of the play here trying to get the ball to Jeremy Maclin. Touch pass by Chase Daniel outside. These guys have hooked up on this before, and then that hand in there. Nice job knocking the ball away by Chappelle.
It almost looked like a rarity for Maclin with 2 hands on the ball first. And a good job by Brown. So 3rd and goal for the Tigers. They have yet to fail when they've had an opportunity like this with 4 touchdowns already. Daniel thought about it. Now he will run for it. He won't get there. Brought down to the 5 and a field goal opportunity for Mizzou. And Missouri's got 265 yards. It'll be a 23-yard attempt for Wolford out of the timeout. Let's see what kind of draw he's got off the first tee. And better than mine. 31-0. Minute 42 to play in the half. We'll come right back to Columbia, Missouri on homecoming weekend. Oh, that's not fair. That's just not fair. Middle of the 3rd quarter, we welcome you back to Missouri with the Tigers on top of the Buffaloes. And, Missouri has had some interesting matchups in the past. And you go back to the 1976 season, our sonic flashback. And Pete Woods was the quarterback. Kurt Brown, the tailback. Involved. Woods going for 2. It looked like the game was over at the time because Mizzou was down. So they went for 2 for the win, not the tie. There was a flag. Woods, struggling, gets in. Al Onofrio, the head coach at the time. Missouri had also beaten USC that season in the opener on the road to the Coliseum. And it was an incredible year for Al Onofrio and the Missouri Tigers. Jarek Washington weaving his way inside the 30. And he's got a first down. But Pete Woods, a quarterback for the Missouri Tigers at a University City High School in St. Louis. They were the Indians at the time. Now they're the Lions. Had to get that in.
Had to get all that in. All that St. Louis action
and
in there.
Kurt Brown. But it was a crazy game the way it all ended up. And Al Onofrio thought it was one of the greatest games that he had seen. And don't forget, Al Onofrio at the time, he took over for Dan Devine. He was on Dan's staff all those years where they had great Missouri teams. Chase Kaufman making a miss. He's down to the 5.
Look at the footwork for the big guy. Is that amazing? 6'6" frame, 250-pounder outside like that, and making guys miss in open space. That's impressive, and that's what you want to see when a big guy. Hey, you look at him as a wide receiver type. He's a tight end. Look at that zig and zag.
Locke is a first-round pick.
You know, I think the school's out on that. You've got to find out where you're going to play him. I think he's definitely a draftable player. There's no doubt about that.
They'll bring down Washington, who's already got a touchdown tonight, leads the nation in scoring. Normally that's kickers. But this is a running back with 14 touchdowns coming in, 12 on the ground. And now 13 on the ground, 2 through the air. And he's looking for number 16 tonight. He stays in the backfield. On the play fake, Daniel back of the end zone. Touchdown! Alexander holds on this time.
Well, just like a surgeon, Chase Daniel slides it through there like he needs to, and just got too much time here. Play fake opens it up, and from the backside, Alexander comes across, just using speed back there. Good precision throw there by the quarterback.
So the tough night continues for Colorado as you got the best of Gardner McKay. And the extra point for Wolford. Hansen, design roll. Kid can move. Taking too many pops. You'd be on the sideline if you take too many shots. And he gets maybe a yard after all is said and done. So a quarterback like Hansen's got to realize maybe one good move, but not 2 or 3. Especially when it comes to cutting it back, as he almost put it on the ground.
He's all 410 yards a game, but nothing near that tonight for Colorado.
Pocket holding up, now collapsing. Down goes Hansen. It'll be off the edge. Brian Coulter again. Shulock and Coulter have been regulars. They'll show up on film.
Well, just continual pressure. Just watch on the right side of your screen there and just get off the block. The offensive tackle there. Push him on back and get on in there. Just pushing Nate Solder back, and Coulter does a nice job there using his hand as a defensive pass rusher.
So Jeremy Maclin waits, coming off his best punt return of the night. Clock moving inside of 4, fortunately, left in the 3rd. Good job by Delalo. And that's the guy where Maclin will take it on the run. Short punt. And short because Delalo out of rhythm 2, going down to a knee to get it on a 1-hopper. We had our afternoon touchdown of the game, and it came very early, but it's not a shocker for Missouri fans. They've seen it before. One of the very best in the nation, Chase Kaufman.
Pull it down, big boy.
Yeah, it's fun to watch again and again. No throw.
He says, don't worry, I caught that football. What about the hurdle? The hurdles, that's his statement.
Yeah, it's a trademark. That's Tommy Saunders. As he goes out of bounds with the grab, wearing number 25. His 5th grab of the game. So 9 for Maclin, 9 receptions, right on his average. He's got 95 a game. 101 for Jeremy Maclin. Chase Kaufman 7 for 50. So he's down because he's also at 90+ yards a game on his receptions. It has been that good for Chase Daniel, who is now 27 of 32. Jimmy Smith needs West Montgomery on that play, and he's dropped at the 35. LR, what a burger. What a play.
Well, I wanted to see it again, and here it is. It's the leap. What a night for Chase Kaufman. You know, the last couple of weeks, 11 catches in one ball game, 12 catches in the other, and 7 tonight. Just tremendous effort by that young man. He's having a tremendous career.
So one of the leading candidates for the Mackey Award. They give it up to Maclin, and well, he's got Chase Daniel coming back to block. Can he get to the marker? No. He will not get the first down, though.
Well, guys, when you were talking about Chase Kaufman, his quarterback, Chase Daniel, laughingly says the catches that he makes are just old news. He's so used to seeing him do the things like you just saw and calls it ridiculous, the things that he's able to do. And I think anyone who goes up against Chase Kaufman would agree.
That's a Jack of the Box sideline report from Emily Jones. Thank you, Emily. He spoils them around here. They're showing the blitz. They come, and it's a first down. Maclin on the grab. It's Kansas City. It's late July, and Gary, you were there. The situation when Chase Daniel comes in, Chase Kaufman, Jeremy Maclin, the Big 12 meetings for all of us to get together with each coach, and then the coach selects the players. And they hung out with us for a good hour because they had to wait until everybody was ready for them. And we couldn't have had more fun talking to this guy from Peculiar, Missouri, who's got the greatest smile in the world, real gentleman.
You bet.
And that's Chase Kaufman. As they'll run the reverse. And nothing doing that time for the Tigers. But back to that, Maclin, all of them really well represented. Great representatives for this university.
You know, you asked about Kaufman as far as his draftability and the chance that he'll play in the National Football League. I think there's certainly a chance he'll do that. How high is he going to be drafted? He's listed as a tight end. He's a big frame, 6'5", 250. But, you know, is he going to be that dominant blocker? How they're going to use him? I think he's going to be more of a Jay Novacek type of a receiver in the National Football League because of his athleticism.
Well, what about Tony Gonzalez?
Oh, well, there's one there, too. That's a good analogy as well.
Nobody at home. Touchdown, Jeremy Maclin.
Chase Daniel to Jeremy Maclin.
Well, Chase Daniel wouldn't let us stop talking about Chase Kaufman, so he says, well, let's just get Jeremy Maclin in the conversation, get him streaking down the right sideline here and toss it up there to him. You got a couple of secondary players there and nobody closing on number 9, and just can't do that. He decided to take the red shirt off of him last week. First opportunity to play. Decided to start him in this football game, so he's going to grow up fast. Uh-oh, there's another one.
Put it on the ground. Man, can he recover? No. Savons runs him out of bounds. Loss of about 4.
Run out of bounds.
Well, he showed his speed, though, because it looked like it was going to be about a 10 or 12-yard loss. It's got good wheels. First down marker is brought to you by Overstock.com. Overstock.com's price is so low, you can afford to buy something for your friends, too. Overstock.com, at home with the O. Now it's going to be second and still almost 15. Missouri started the week at 15 in the polls. Very few upsets today in college football. It'll go to Darrell Scott.
Yeah, Brock Christopher makes the tackle, and he's played, I thought, pretty solidly inside today, the middle linebacker for Missouri, as well as this whole defense has. Seeing most of the first-team defensive players still out there for the Tigers, but talk about Christopher, pretty solid linebacker inside, does a good job against the run, and break up, does a good job in zone coverage also.
And while you bring up the first team is still out there, you hang your hat on shutouts because it's such a rarity in college football. And that's what's out there and what's at stake right now for the Tigers. And Emily Jones talked about it earlier, the long 200-plus game streak where Colorado has scored. Hansen, he can make them miss, can he? And now almost throws the pick. As he was coming back, it was close to a pick. He wanted
Rutland.
Rutland almost picked it off. He wanted Cantrell.
You got to be careful sometimes if you retreat too far and you try to make a long throw across your body, and gives the defense a chance to react. And Rutland had two hands on it, just couldn't come down with it.
You know, and the speed of these players as opposed to the ones you saw last year in high school.
Same situation here, punting early in the ball game. Remember, ball went through a punter's hand. Missouri got the ball at the 5-yard line as a result.
Tommy Saunders wanted to go outside, takes it inside across the 45. And now if Missouri wants to shut out, they need to run the football, run the clock out with 4:56 to play as we head back downstairs to Emily Jones.
Well, guys, a little bit off topic, but as you know, we are in the heat of a presidential election. And so leave it to Colorado Sports Information Director Dave Flatty to take the issue to his team. He did his very own poll with his players, and here are the results. 41% Obama, 34% McCain, 20% none of the above, and 5% undecided. So we'll see in a few weeks if the Colorado Buffaloes are any indication of how the nation will vote for its next president.
Okay, thank you, Emily. On the run, look out. The distance. Devin Moore, touchdown Missouri. That's the way to run out the clock.
Well, once you get a gap, you get the ball out there, and nobody's in the secondary, and just take it to the house. No angles, no way to catch this young man. He's got too much jets.
5'9", 200-pounder out of St. Louis, a redshirt freshman. So they've got some talent behind some of the, and I'd say seniors. Jimmy Jackson's a senior. Sophomore, though, is Derek Washington, who's got all their touchdowns this year.
You here with the NCAA's now new all-time receptions leader at the tight end position. Did I get that out right?
Something like that.
Like 220 career receptions. You had 7 tonight. Just talk about the accomplishment and also the win tonight.
Oh, it's a great accomplishment, but it's even better to have a win, especially after the last 2 weeks. It's great to come back to the zoo on homecoming and have a win like we did tonight.
You guys talk about the focus, and it seemed to resonate throughout the week, and it really showed early on in the game with you guys setting the tone. How do you continue that throughout the season?
Oh, we just got to keep focusing, keep doing the things we did this last week, and not look ahead to different games, different things, or I mean, not watch what the media says about us. We just got to keep doing what we do and come out strong and play every play 100%.
Take me through that sweet one-handed grab at the back of the end zone.
Well, I think the coaches were actually trying to call timeout on the sideline because the defense wasn't set up correctly, but Chase made a great pass and threw it where the defenders weren't, and I mean, just got to focus and try to make that play.
And then finally, I want to know, is there a name for the hurdling move that you do when you're running? Because if there is, you need it. I think you need to patent it, and I want to know what it is.
People can call it what they want. I call it just a hurdle, so we'll see.
I'm going to work on that, Chase. Maybe if we see you later on in the season, I'll see if I can come up with a name for you.
Sounds good.
Congratulations on the win tonight. We appreciate the time. Best of luck the rest of the way.